Who wants to start?
We were just remarking that for most, I haven't seen the final stats, but most of the game we were remarking that the stats were actually pretty even across the board: contested possessions, tackles, clearances.
Well done, you've done some work.
Some of these key indicators think things should have been closer than they were. So what's the 79-point difference in that match?
We could block it up in many ways, really. I mean, the last quarter was probably the most disappointing, where we lost hope and our players lost legs and stopped running, and you could sense it a little bit in the third. So that's probably the non-competitive component of the game. It was the last quarter. We're not taking marks inside 50. We had 2 less inside 50s up until three-quarter time and going at 30-odd%, and they're going in the 60s. We can't be efficient going forward, and then our players lose a bit of hope, and then the legs go a little bit. So, some things we can fix now, but some things that have to take time. We've got some young keys and that need game experience as well. So, look, it's frustrating, and there's no more frustrated than all of us down in the change rooms, there's no doubt. But, look, for the most part, effort was good. Last quarter it wasn't, but I think there was a little bit of a hope and effort mixed together.
I'm sure, like most coaches or all coaches, you won't want to use it as an excuse, but you're missing some really good, really important players that makes life surely a lot harder. Yeah,
look, our leadership's down. I mentioned this last week with Pearce and Rocky. They're probably our 2 strongest leaders, so that doesn't help. I mean, people don't realise which are the ones within your team are your spiritual types, and those 2 are. So that really leaves a lot to others. And I thought Dane was terrific tonight in trying to spark the team in that as well. But there's not enough others that want to jump in along the journey in that part of it and help and spark. So there's a few little things that weren't done that we would have liked as well, obviously.
With the forward line and I guess how close the inside 50s were for so long, is it the forwards that need the developing, or is it the way it's going in there? Or is it
a bit of both. I mean, we really wanted to move the ball well tonight. I think we went down the line 11 times in the first quarter, and we didn't want to do it. But you tell a young defender that they want you to have the courage to take the game on, and Richmond are pressing pretty hard, and they were really good. They were really dogged and pressed in on us really hard tonight. Doesn't do it. And look, and it's because you put them in situations that they've got to keep getting exposed to overcome. That's and there's that excuse for some, and for others there's no excuses, and that's where a team's at. There's others that will find their way out of the team because they've been around long enough to know better, and there's others that haven't, so we'll try and persist with them. And maybe some of those kids might need a run back for just for confidence sake as well. So that's where our team's at the moment. But we just have to keep believing as a group and keep fighting because, the scoreboard didn't go away today, and we don't want to keep things happening like the last quarter. We want to eradicate that. That's disappointing.
What do you make of Harris Andrews' leper in his first game?
Oh, look, Harris always tried hard. He's a big baby giraffe, isn't he, Harris? He tries his best. He's outsized and things like that. But, he's a competitor, and he always, there's a really good effort in the last quarter. He just shrugged the tackle, kept his feet and got rid of it. I wish there was more guys like him in that area. But he can't rely on him to do that for 20-odd weeks. So, look, encouraging signs.
Martin, I guess, was you left out Louis this week. How did you think that worked out for you?
Look, I thought it was fine. I thought Steph, it was a pretty good duel with Ivan. I would have thought that too was probably a good one for the night. But that's just an individual 1v1. I really think more our stuff has to be team focused, our improvements more than individuals. Because if we're just looking at the stat sheet and go, well, I had my 20, I'm okay, we're in a bit of trouble. I think as a group we have to keep saying, well, on this occasion I didn't do the team thing, or the team required me to do that. I mean, look, we wanted to reduce Basher Hawley's effect, and as a team we couldn't do that. So that's fine. You might have had 20 touches, but hey, you didn't play the role that would have helped the team as well, or collectively. So we've got to keep pushing the team message. And that's, again, harder for young kids because they're coming in, they're thinking, how do I keep in the team? And they're thinking possessions, they're thinking tackles, they're thinking individual type things. So we have to keep promoting them to roll out the team stuff.
Just find that line on back beams, like from the outside. I mean, he had big numbers. Yeah. Did you see it as a good game?
I did. I thought he cracked in. His clearance work was really good. He's one of the few actually that did that part of the game pretty well in clearances. He's sort of a bit of a one-man band in there at times.
Is Mitch Robinson all right? They probably seem to he hauled off.
Oh yeah, he just crashed in one time, and I think just got his legs taken out from under him. I don't think there's anything major, so no injuries really to report. No worries, thank you.
Thank you.